Hi everyone, Leanne here from Jaded Blossom, and I have another fun fall card to share with you today. Hey, so I'm using Jaded Blossom's Haunted Highway stamp set, the Fall Candies Grid Style stamp set, Street Lamp Dies Valentine add-ons, the Street Lamp Dies Fall add-ons, Build-A-Booth Fall add-ons, Gnome Dies Hair add-ons, the Girl Gnome Dies, and the Stitched Arch Dies. And I had this put together on the Street Lamp Die Fall Add-ons assembly video, so check that out if you want to watch me, but there it is. And I'm using P13 stamping pad skin tones, odds and ends from Farmhouse, and I'm using the Flea Market paper line from Doodlebug. So first I have a piece of Paper Train craft cardstock cut at 4.25 by 11, scored at 5.5 inches. Now I'm going to add a white layer, Nina Solar White 80-pound cardstock, 4 by 5.25 inches to the inside with some ATG tape. Oh, and of course I'm having trouble lining it up. This is what's normal for me. I am not perfect at all. I make mistakes every time I make a card. There's something going on. It's why I do voiceovers, because there'd probably be swearing on this and no one wants to hear that. Right? So next I'm going to add a little scrap of paper. This is Doodlebug's 6-inch Flea Market paper line, and it's just like maybe half an inch. I'm going to add that to the inside. It's sort of left over from what I was doing. There we go. And I'm going to add these 2 sunflowers. That is from the Doodlebug Farmhouse odds and ends. I'm just going to add 2 of them with some Barely Art glue. Kind of like I always do, kind of in the lower right if I can. Now I'm going to stamp a sentiment, and this is Jaded Blossom's Fall Candies Grid Style stamp set using VersaFine Claire Nocturne ink and that Misty that I love. And it says Happy Thanksgiving. And I keep saying this, but I'm from Canada, and Thanksgiving is in October in Canada before Halloween. So that's why I'm making fall cards now. Okay, so next I'm going to add some of that paper from Doodlebug's Flea Market. This is their 6-inch pad. And I'm just using my ATG tape. And I'm going to add that to the front of my card. There we go. And this is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. And I gotta try and get it straight. I do my best, you know. Sometimes I'm better than other times, but you know. Now next, this is the 12-inch paper line from Doodlebug Flea Market. It's just some clouds cut from the Stitched Arch dies. Just going to use ATG tape and a little bit of glue. And then the outside frame was cut from Paper Tray Ink Dark Chocolate cardstock. So I'm just lining those up as good as I can. And then that's going to be my little nest for my little people. Going to add that to my card front with some ATG tape again. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue right around the edge. Oh, actually, I'm lying. I put it all over. I don't know why. Okay, and then I'm going to use my reverse tweezers just to kind of get it in place. There we go. I do weight it down. I'm just going to put these 2 little pieces together. You know, I'm just going to use the little sign with it. It's just a fun little thing. And I do weight that down. So I'm going to put together a really cute little gnome. And that's that same Flea Market paper line from Doodlebug. So I start with the dress. My base layer was cut from American Crafts black cardstock, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't show. Use whatever you want. Now this is P13 stamping pad skin tones. Remember, you can get that in the Jaded Blossom store under Fun Extras. This hat was cut from the Flea Market paper line from Doodlebug, 6-inch. So you add the little face, then you add the overlapping the skirt a bit, then you add the hat. There we go. I do weight it down. Now this little sunflower, that is from the Fall Banner dies from Jaded Blossom. And I had, you know, that was an assembled earlier. So this is American Crafts brown cardstock, and I'm going to give her this fun hairdo. This is the gnome hair add-ons. So she's got fun curly hair. Whoops, and of course, it lines up with the hat. I'm going to use some score tape on the back just to make sure that that hair stays in place. You know, because I'd like to add her as a unit to my card front. It'd be different if you're building it in place. Next, I am going to pop up her little nose with Stampin' Up! Dimensional. That's that same P13 Stamping Pad skin tone. There we go. And now I've got this fun little sunflower. I believe that's from Jaded Blossom's Fall Banner Dies. So, you know, there we go. And that's cut from Honey Nut paper tray cardstock and dark chocolate paper tray cardstock. So she's going to be holding a little sunflower. And there it is. I'm just going to slip that other little foam square underneath. And then I'll add my little hands with a little bit of glue just to make sure they stay as they're overlapping that sunflower a little bit. There we go. Just going to add her little feet. Those were cut from dark chocolate cardstock from Paper Tray ink. There we go. They already had some dimensionals on them, but they had lost their stick. Okay, so I'm going to stick down my little street sign or my little street light first. There we go. And so it says Sunflower Trails. So it's just kind of fun, right? So she's got a fun little sunflower there. And I do weight it down with an acrylic block. Then I'm going to add my little gnome girl holding her sunflower. I will stick that down with some Barely Art glue. I'm going to peel off the relief paper though from the back. That's that score tape. Just holding the hair in place, so I can stick it down as a unit. Just makes it a little easier. So I'm going to stick her down in place. Isn't she cute? There, I love the different hairdos you can give them. It's always fun. I'm going to weight down that top part, and I'm going to use my reverse tweezers just to hold down the bottom part. So I'm taking these Candy Charms and banners and the Candy Grid die there, and I'm using that Happy Fall sentiment from the Fall Candies Grid Style stamp set. There we go, and that's that Nina Desert Storm and dark chocolate cardstock from Paper Tray ink, and VersaFine Claire Nocturne ink as usual. So I'm going to pop up that sentiment with some Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. There we go. And I'm going to add some little shape sprinkles. These are from Doodlebug. These are called Fall Flurry, I believe. And I'm just going to add a few of these little leaves. I think I'll add 3. 3 kind of leaves blowing in the wind. There we go. Seeing if I want to add anything else. And there it is. So thank you so much for stopping by. Be sure to hop on over to the Jaded Blossom blog, be inspired by the team. The Jaded Blossom store to get your hands on these amazing products. And thanks as always for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. Come back and watch another one soon. Bye, everybody.